Ooh, what a day. Alright, cool. Well, welcome everyone. We're gonna start working on this. So, if you've been watching my Twitter, which I recommend you guys all do, my name is right here, gentlemen. Just double check something. Okay. Let me also make sure. Oh, Jetbox isn't even on. Okay, I need to add that. Need to add the viewer count. Stupid me. It's been a while. Okay, we got some people in. Awesome. Cool beans. Hi guys. If you're like me, and I know I am, you've been following my Twitter, and I'm working on this massive project of sorts. Where is that? The hand right there. Or whatever. Hello, Harry. Well, tonight we're going to be having fun with finishing up the salt mine design I've been working on. And the last thing we gotta do is good old Ebony Maw and his medic. So I'm gonna start importing that. And I realize I imported it wrong, but whatever. Whatever. So give it a minute to load up, but I've gotten everyone else done. Dimitri S. Monroe was the last one I got done today. Did that before work, and I was half tempted not to stream tonight because there was a tornado in the area, but fortunately that subsided. So I said, heck with it, I don't got excuses. So let's see. I'm gonna put him in rest, and then I'm gonna make sure there's quite a few things I don't need to have here. So let me just take care of that first while as we wait for people to filter in or something. I don't know. Okay, backpack. God, I need to not be importing all this shit whenever it happens. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. You know what? One sec. I know what I'm gonna do. One sec, gentlemen. I'll be right back. Hey, Gabe. Let's see. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Okay, now. I'm gonna make one slight alteration. So let me just roll into that folder off panel, and we'll take care of that. Yeah, we're finishing up this tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna make one edit to script, which should be coming up here. Awesome. Yes, that weird. This file is giving me some issues. Yeah. Sorry, just want to make one change. All right, close that up. Import model again. We'll do that again. Let's try that. Number 2, take 2. Female sniper. I don't need that. I need because I finished him. Yeah, it was Femboy Sniper. That was fun. I'm gonna have to release the S. Monroe model to the workshop at some point. That's gonna be an inevitable situation. I can tell you right now, from personal experience, people are gonna want that out. In fact, why don't I just to start off here? This is the last model I gotta do. Well, let's pull up the project that I've been working on to give a baseline of what I'm aiming for. So let's do that. Yeah. But how are you guys tonight? I know personally there was a tornado in my area, but I don't know if I'm the only one. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but I was working until about 8 o'clock local time. Oh, is it too low? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Fuck. I don't want to do. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. I'm too quiet. Okay. Mic check. Woo! That's better. That's way better. Sorry about that, guys. Is that better, Gabe? Can you tell me? But I'll just keep talking while this thing loads up here. But yeah, tonight was fun. I was working over at my day job, and I make sure I close the windows because the storm's coming, and all of a sudden my coworker finds me, and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a tornado. You probably need to stay here till you leave at 8." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. I was getting ready. I was just about done with my job, so." I work in maintenance. In the words of Mike Nilsson, I'm a janitor. I clean up the puke at your school. And it was actually kind of funny because we're talking about anime. Like the two coworkers I had that night. God, I feel so old because I'm like 29, and they're like the youngest. Like they're two brothers of like actually the kind of shift lead we have. He's a local guy, and he's really good at what he does, and his sons are working there. But they're both talking about anime and such, and I think on the subject of of Goblin Slayer, and I mentioned the funny story about Mars Girl and how she lives rent free in my head, and I remember describing, I'm like, do you know what the nostalgia critic is? And like the guy, like there's like one guy who's 19, one guy who's 21. He's like, I don't really know, but like 21 guy was like, I don't really. Oh, he's the guy that reviewed The Wall. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. And I'm like thinking to myself, that's funny. I'm waiting for this to load up. I got a lot of things running right now, so I'm not surprised that it's taking a bit. But fuck, it was funny. I described the whole situation about Kick Vic and how I figured out that Mars Girl, that Jew Oreo was a touchy subject. She still quote tweets me from behind a block. It's actually kind of funny. If you look up, me and her spats, it's become quite one-sided. She sends her flying monkeys after me because I tend to, because I live rent-free in her head apparently. But yeah, tornado passed and I was okay, so I went home. And I'm like, I don't want the power to go out while I do this, but fortunately it hasn't. So I'm like, okay, storm's kind of fucked off of somewhere else. So yeah, we're gonna load this up. I'm gonna show you guys how far. If you notice, I think right about here. Okay, here we go. It's loading up. But right here is like all these like things I've added to the scene. Like it's about there if you look at the log here. But I've made this situation pretty fun, and I'll show you guys the animation because this is just the only thing I have left to do is the end card, because they don't actually. Okay, so here it is. I had a lot of fun here with this, so let me take you guys on a little tour here. All right, so we got me here, and this is my custom heavy model. I am 6'4" in real life, and I felt honestly the most in tune with heavy. The funny thing is, I am actually right now wearing the perspective shirt that my character here has. This character, it's based off an actual shirt my mom got me, and I'm like, you know what? I really do like this shirt. It speaks to me. So it's kind of become my MO. The funny thing is also, I got the mullet. I got this massive mullet as it comes out. I'm trying to grow it out like Snake Plissken. I do kind of look like that in real life, but down here, obviously, is everyone's favorite internet prankster / commentator. It's a Gundam. I had to put him in because his model's based off Scout. That was what I... Okay. And over here, you see one of my personal friends, good old Carl, Mr. Random, over on Twitter. So he was fun. I had to put him in. So I almost forgot, and someone's like, you need to add him. Okay, Maverick, I get what you're saying. I have to replace him. I have to put him some... Yeah, I may actually put him in. I don't even know. I probably should. Fuck it. And then back here you can see we got Soldier, but I just thought to myself, he's going to record Milos. I'm not even going to, like, replace him. His head? Oh. Yeah, the program we use for that, I set up for him, it's called Welp, and it's a Chinese app. I've been trying to, like, fix it, but there's only so much I can do. Like, half the time this computer is the issue. Long story short, okay, so here's a little bit of my struggle, you could say. Gundam wants me to, like, he's always complaining, oh, the arms don't work. And then I tell him, like, you could literally hook up. I am Stu, actually, that guy. Technically speaking, I am the Stu who sets up his stuff. Technically speaking, but the funny thing about Gundam's model is, or he wanted me the arms to work, and I said, dude, you could literally hook up your HTC Vive. You don't even have to have the headset on. You can use your hands. And he's like, oh, cool. Oh, wait, then I couldn't do the emotes. And I'm like, yes, you understand now. This is the trade-off of sorts. Okay, so back here you got, this is the last thing I did today, is good old Dimitri Monroe. I had to literally, you'll notice what his shirt says. It's literally, I literally took it off a picture he put on Twitter, like fan art, and I added obviously the ears and the hair. It's actually based off the female sniper. Once I release him on the workshop, I'm only gonna do it when I actually get his height right, because his height is, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's a little, I'm 6'4", I don't know how tall he is. I don't think he's that tall. I could be wrong. I'll freely take the L. And over here I got some of my followers. I believe I'm really I'm drawing a blank. I know Destiny Rust is here. We got Al Zemo and Deus. They call dibs basically. And I actually made that custom Court of Owls hat, and for the life of me, I feel so embarrassed because I know the other guy's name, and I feel so bad. I completely drew a blank on the last guy, the Pyro. I made sure he gave me a loadout of what he wanted, and I'm like, I'm gonna make him the buff one. Just got base. Yeah, cool. That's him. I feel so bad. But yeah, this whole thing has been worked on last day. I've already finished the actual animation. This is just the last, like, the title card at the very end. You know, at the end of the meet the whatever. Also, of note, so the things I made that for this specifically, Gundam's already been made. He's been made for a long time. Same with Carl. This was just simply as a shirtless soldier. This was a texture swap. These two were just literally, you know, put the other version of the character and add all the cosmetics down here. The things I actually made. This mask is... I actually went on Sketchfab and I downloaded an Court of Owls mask. And then I attached it to an actual model. I just realized... I didn't realize this thing was open. Obviously, Dimitri was entirely redone. I still gotta do Medic. That's the last thing tonight. We'll work on that. Also, funny little bit of trivia here about Carl's headset here. It's the same one that I use for Stu 2.0 / regular Stu. It's a... I think I made the initial version for a PewDiePie model I made that was based off Soldier 76. Yes, I need to make a the Y intro. It's something I'm definitely need to work on soon. It's been biting me in the butt. But then I turned around and I made this headset for Stu when I was making that model, and if you'll notice, it's got a nice vaporwave vibe of It's a Gundam. I love that design, that logo design. So I'm like literally between the jacket, the headset, and the shirt design, I've kind of subconsciously added in all these little merchandising opportunities for him, just because I think it'd be fun. I really like some of the designs of it, and obviously also, if you'll notice, this is also on his new model too that he's been used today, etc. I switched out the original design of the Gundam helmet I used as the Gundam Crossbones. I added in the skull and everything there. Also, something that he never really uses in video that is a feature I added to this model, and it was something I was kind of inspired by what was it? Actually, Optimus Prime of all people. That's where I got this idea from. So let's go in here. There's a little bit of a... forgive me, Mario. I don't know what you're talking about with a, but can you elaborate? Off the top of my head, I can't remember what you're... I don't know what that means. I don't know the context of that. So, but one thing cool I do about this model is he does have a visor. Now, mind you, I think I messed up the textures here because that's supposed to yeah. But he does have a closable visor. That was something I briefly used in one video, and then I never really used it again. I've used it a few other... I think he's used one other place. It's kind of a coronavirus mask, but like Optimus Prime, he can his visor can come out, or later ones. Oh fuck! You're right. The sides. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, and thank you, Maverick, as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. This is one of my personal shames, but I got into Gundam through G Gundam. And that's my shame. Fuck, I really want to add the Char. I made a second version of Gundam's model. It's his secondary one that he never really uses. It's a JoJo version, and he added Giovanna's hair bun on the back. I kind of want to add it to this model because it adds more of the Char feel to it. I don't know. I don't want to mess with the formula too much. He's been telling me people know this character, use it. I'm like, okay, but I do like the the hair piece, so we kind of make him a little more like, you know, Char. But hey, you know, one thing at a time. But as you can see, yeah. I think, oh, and one little thing I love about Carl's model that I took time to do. Let me just see if I can get rid of his gun for a split second. Which one is it? It's grenade launcher. Here we go. Something I really do like about this model. Fair, Maverick, fair. I like G Gundam. The more I rewatched, I've been rewatching it recently, and the funny thing is, I didn't realize how much it influenced my own fiction. I've worked on a few ideas, and one of the recurring themes in my stories is this thing called the Black, and it's kind of basically the Dark Gundam themselves, a plague, a universal, multiversal plague. But if you notice here, he's wearing a blue shirt, and what's on his shirt? A custom Chunky Milk picture. I had fun making that. Let me put make sure I get the grenade launcher still on there. Okay, but yeah, I'm half tempted to recolor this because I really want to get Deputy Rust done right. I may do that later. We'll see. And as you can see, it's the goggles variant. I had fun. I prefer that. And this was a loadout. This is the loadout Base gave me for what he wanted. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I really wanted. I kind of wanted to make him into Handsome Squidward because that's his profile picture. But that we'll save that kind of energy for Maw here. So let me show you what I've been working on with that. So let me yeah, let's save this because you know, I'm gonna go back to this is the shot. This level is or this session I grabbed off of the workshop. They're like, oh, you want to make the actual end credit shot? Yeah, do that. I am tempted though to put Fluffy down here. I might just do that because I think it'd be really funny. Anyway, let's go over here to Blender and we'll start working on the epicness that is Maw. Now, let me first. I know there's something wrong here. What'd I do? Okay, so hands. Do I need the gloves? And what is this? Let me just hide this for a sec. I don't know why there's some texture issues here. I thought I got rid of all the what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, morphs. That's the okay. That does explain it. There is okay. So if I were to switch this, fuck, I can't even. Had it and I lost it. Okay. Let me just. I know. See, okay. And shirt hands. Coat gloves. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I save this properly. I'm gonna put this as Maw Medic. Of course I fucked it up. Okay, save Blender file. And let me just make sure I put material preview. So the first thing I'm gonna do is import obviously Medic here, and then we're going to basically my plan, I'm not really sure how far I'm going to implement it, but what I really want to do here is I want to basically swap out the head, and that will require me to do some things. So I don't know how likely I'll be able to take care of it, but we'll see how closely to my initial vision. First thing I also got to do, which I didn't realize, some reason it's been like importing all the textures as the full length. I don't know what I did wrong there, but save. Now, next thing we do is we're gonna go in and we're going to import all the textures from SFM. There are two separate types of like various importers for the the material resource, and there's one I prefer, does a slightly better job. Let's see, we go into models, we go into player, and medic red, that's what I'm looking for, override, and give it a sec, and there we go. Alright, so that's one bit done. Hands. Now this is going to be in a separate section. not too far away, actually. I can do what I call a little hack here. Movie. No, I did not want that. Okay, so it's actually movies. TF2. Or TF movies. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I do for fun. I don't game anymore. I actually just do this shit. And it's kind of sad. Hands red. Well, at least got that in, okay. And body group backpack. We need the backpack next. Save. Import. Backpack red. Oh, well. See, in these cases, now I have to, like, when in doubt, use the other one, basically. The other importer. Because, like, it's weird how these fucking things work. Wrong one. It's weird how some of these various importers work. They don't, like, depending on how well you actually write out your the material file, it will either yell at you because of syntax errors that... Yeah. Anyway, save, and then import. Next comes the head. And that goes. Yay! He's in. Now we got the, I never touch the eyeballs, because that's just not really necessary. But, let's go import. Last but not least is the specs. I think they said they were in, like, an accessory section, right? I think. One sec. Let me find out. Oh, right. They don't really tell me, do they? This QC file did not fully import right. Props movie, face movie. Yep. Okay, and then we go into medic, maybe. Remember, it was like somewhere in here that yep. Okay, there we go. Now, so we got the tag there. So now we got the medic all set up. Now let's go and bring in our second source of fun. Should be under Ebony Maw. Here we go. So we got two options here. We'll find out which one works best. So I'm going to... Okay, XPS needs to come out here. This needs to go in here. And then everything... Well, I think I didn't do very good, you know, managing all the... being tidy. So let's go down here. Now, mind you, the weird thing I've noticed about a lot of these, well, source filmmakers that has a very special, specific type of scale compared to other models. And so I actually calculated it out by this unit scale. I think I used Scout as reference because I know like how tall he is. So here we have, I think from Contested Champions, we got Ebony Maw here. I'm going to try and see if I can basically put his head on there. First thing though, you need to go. There's going to be a few things I'm going to remove first off. I'm going to remove some of these things that I know I won't probably use. But I am probably going to use that. I am probably going to use these, and then definitely the head. So, I probably shouldn't have deleted them like that. Hey, wonder how you been. Good hearing you from you. You get to see what I'm doing tonight. How I do these things. Okay, so, how do I know this is proper scaling? Well, what I usually do is actually a quick little, fun little project way of doing things. So let's see. We're going to go right to the hips. That's the, wait, no. Well, that's not the hips right there. Root, ground, movie, mesh, reference, hips. That's what we need. And then we go into here. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the Imperial because I don't really need that. We go find the X coordinate. We then go into Google. And what I usually do is I divide the desired height with this height. So right now we got the location and X coordinates to be 0.59 whatever. And so once that's done, I then go into Medic, start pose mode, and I put there. And so we want, oh, I will be. Yeah, it's going to be a VOD after this. That's always how I do things. And I just basically, I always put the, I'll show you what I mean. So here, this is how I usually do proper scaling, especially if I'm merging models, because that's what I'm doing tonight. This is the height of where the waist should be. This is the height where the waist is. Basically how I do it is I just say whatever I want it to be, wherever it is right now. And right now, so the scale I need to do is 81%. So when we go back here, And this is actually really easy to do when you have what's called XPS models. XNA LoRa is what they're called. Because right now, as they always have a base root here, root bone, and that like otherwise you'd have to like put this cursor here to world origin, and then set the location to 3D cursor. But either way, that's just how I do things. So we go back to Armature and start, and we press scale. That's the scale, and paste that. Okay, so now, as you can see, we're almost there. The other thing I'll need to do, just so you guys know what I'm doing, or have a better understanding, so you can do it later, is what I'm gonna have to obviously move. I'm half tempted to just remove the gloves and just not worry about that. I'm probably not even going to use. I'll at least probably put the boots on. So that will require me to like get this armature to the same position and then rename the armature. The head is obviously going to be swapped, and I might do the hands. I might save that for later for all I know. But right now, what I need to do is press apply. Also, the program I use for those who want to learn how to do this yourself. One of the most indispensable, I'm like shaking my hand as I say this for emphasis, indispensable model tools I've used, not just in Source Filmmaker, but also for making my thing here, the VTuber setup for both me and Gundam, is a program called Cat's Model Tools for Blender. It's a plugin. It has been my Swiss Army knife. One sec, I'm going to get some water. Be right back. Just got to fill it up. But yeah, Charlie tonight's going to try his very best to walk some of you guys through who want to learn how to do Blender and port things to SFM. I know Wonder has been begging me to do that, so might as well do it. It won't cover everything. I'm not even going to try and kid myself and saying I'm going to take care of everything and how to teach you how to do everything. But let's just say that I know a few things. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. First thing I'm going to try and do here, though, is I'm going to try and make sure I get the hips selected, or the pelvis is what it's called. And then I'm going to try and grab the pelvis here, and what's called selection. Oh, okay. I see how it is. One sec. I'm going to do another cute little technique I know. Armature selected, 0 weight bones. Perfect! Okay, there we go. That'll make my job a lot easier. I won't go into detail on that because that's a little more boring. But one thing I'm going to do is pause, rest, pose, and I'm going to make sure to make this way easier on myself. I don't want these orbs. I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys with some of these terminology and how to do things, but it's helpful, I hope. But as because you can see right now, you can't really see all of Maw. In fact, if I were to hide this, see he still has his plate here. I'm gonna try. My goal is to put that plate onto the medic jacket right here. And I'm gonna try and use these boots. I might do the hands, but the most important thing right now is gonna be to at least get some of the facial stuff done. So, like that's like the bare minimum. But I kind of want to do more, so it kind of mixes together, right? And how I do this, just so you guys know, is I'm going to basically like pin, the various armatures. If you can see here, right now what I got selected is the medic armature. Here is the armature from Maw, which is a little different because it's from a different type of program. Put simply. So yeah, I usually try and like line them up. So we're gonna start though with getting the chest set up. So first thing I gotta do is I go in here, and I think this is spine 1, and this has 2 spines. Yeah, of course it does, because it's a mobile model. Bane of my existence. So what I'm gonna try and do here is I'm gonna have to like grab this. Wait, no, grab Y. Okay, what the hell? I know. Are you guys serious right now? Come on. Is it not gonna let me because they're connected? Oh wow, that is profusely annoying for me. All right, one sec. I just say screw it. I'm gonna have to. It's not as straightforward as I like it to be. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Let's just see. Okay. Now Let's see if it'll let me do that now. I'm getting really angry at you. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you're not cooperating. Okay, fuck it. I say fuck it. Okay, so there we go. There we go. We're gonna get there. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I got an idea. We're gonna move you up. I'm trying to find the right setup for this. I'm gonna probably do. If I put that there, it's like when you merge ideas together, you're like trying to think, okay, how would this make sense? How would this work, etc. That is just gonna be annoying to me, isn't it? Scale X. Oh, just scale. Okay. Okay, I got an idea. Let's see. I'm gonna have to. Well, I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this. What I will do is I'm gonna do a little trick I use here. Oh fuck! I messed it up. I messed it up. I'll just apply as rest pose. Mumble to myself. Okay, so this is that little trick I do. Sometimes what you're going to have is that the armature doesn't line up properly. If I were to snap this bone here to here, it's going to be a pain in the ass. So what I usually do is I usually try and copy the Z coordinate, and then I go back to cats, start pose mode, and I select you, and then I do this. So the view, the cursor is on the bone, and then I just move the cursor down and snap it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that's more like it. Now what I am going to have to do is this is going to have to be turned, because you can see there's a little bit of a gap, and I want to make sure it looks nicer. So, oh, see, there you go. I'm going to have to, you know what I'll do? I know what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to move the cursor back slightly. See if it'll be kind enough to assist me. Ah, there we go. Now, I do that. Ah, yes. There. We're almost there. Let me just. Oh. I said that. Okay. Perfect. Now that's more like it. And if I were to turn that, and then it's just like little adjustments. When you start working on all this shit, you start to figure out how you're gonna do things. And I honestly, this is my entertainment for the night. You guys I'm not only doing this for you guys, which I really do appreciate the support, guys. I do also do it for me. So we're not gonna worry that much about setting up this neck thing, because it's honestly just about there. But I will probably press scale and Z up, and that way. Oh, perfect. That looks good. That looks fine. Just double check. I can probably turn it slightly. How does that... Oh, yes! Okay. And as you can see, Maw is already lining up here. He's doing great. So we're going to save just to make sure, and then we'll press apply. Yeah, just little adjustments. It's fun. I love doing this, guys. No joke. Water is good. Especially when you work a day job that's crunk, move objects, crunk, clean rooms. I enjoy it, though. It's simple. The funny thing about me and that I find amusing about myself is that I take delight in monotony at times. You could say I have fun creating this kind of stuff and just doing monotonous tasks, and I get better with the more I do it. So I have been working on figuring this shit out for a while now, and I have so much. Why is that? Okay, I don't know. Did I mess something up? Oh, whatever. Fuck it. I have fun learning this stuff, figuring out how it works, and basically getting better at it with each pass. I've made models that I'm honestly kind of embarrassed about nowadays because they don't look as good, or not as good rigged up. I've been adding I've been going through the Injustice 2 models and adding lip sync to them all because I'm a sadist like that. Just also so I can learn it. Okay, he's almost there. What I'm going to try and aim to do here, see the ears here. That's one way I line things up for better. It's a really good method of lining up things, is comparing the size of the earlobes and where they're set up. That way you can properly move things around, and that's how I've that's how I okay, so the femboy version of the sniper, I had like the ear placement was from the ears themselves are from like a Zelda cosmetic someone made as a joke or something, and so I basically used that as a guide, or like I wanted to have Zelda ears because if you know anything about Dimitri, he does that a lot. That's one of his things. Okay, so oh my gosh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Let's hide the armature. Look at that. Look at that. That looks great. That's. Oh my god. That just lined up perfect. I don't even have to. Are the glasses on? I don't think I. That's interesting. I just realized something. Is the. Oh wow! It actually fits over the head. Wow. I mean, not entirely. You can see a little bit of the earlobe here. If I were to push it, I will have. I'm half tempted to just let's bring the glasses out, kind of thing. Let's try that. I'm gonna do that real quick because we're gonna replace the head. But I'll have to add some extra stuff to that. So let's go into medic, start pose. This is the glasses, right? Yep. Grab Y, drag them out here. We're going to have to make them bigger, so scale Z. Oh. Magic number. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to turn him. Okay. Grab Z. And push it in. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, that... He's going to have to scale that out a bit, but still, that looks... That looks great. That really... I was kind of... worried that this idea was a little too ambitious or wouldn't work as well, but holy shit, this is actually... Oh wow, that's... The only problem is I'm gonna have to, adjust this piece of the model. So these pieces go in better. So, but otherwise, honestly, wow. That looks... Alright, so let's press apply. I'm gonna show you guys another little trick I've learned. Let's give it a minute, and it's gonna take a minute, obviously. Okay, so that's set up. So what I'm going to do next is we have to select both these sides and bring them in manually. So let's... Oh. It's actually a separate piece. So let me go in here. Object, edit, yep. And select the select the specs. And then we separate this out. Because it's connected to the actual... medic head, which we're going to get rid of. So now we got that. Let's go edit again. Let's go up. We're going to have to select all this. I'm tempted on how far. Oh wait, no, I fucked that up. Border. And oh wait, I also didn't do that right. So all right, cool. Now we're going to have to do is we're going to scale X. Oh, fuck. No, see, that's not... I'm gonna have to... I'm thinking out loud. Well, we're trying to make the earlobe piece, or the ear rests. I wanted to... I'm gonna have to. I was thinking to myself, oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to do here is gonna have to rotate them. So I'm gonna go to the closest... We're gonna put the cursor there. We're gonna set the rotation and transform to where that cursor is, and the next thing we... I hate when I do that. Okay, so the next thing we gotta do, I'm gonna try and see if it might not work, but it's worth a shot to at least try mirror along X. That way we can at least try and see if it'll do X mirror. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's more just a luck of the draw. So rotate over Z. Yeah, so since I realize that it's not going to mirror properly, I'm going to have to note down the rotation. So I'm going to move me over for a sec. Rotation, I'm just going to put up to a nice even 14. Okay, 14, rotate it around Z. So, now that that's done, I then go... That's creepy. I go over here, I note where it's located, relative to the glasses setup, and I go here, here, and snap cursor to that. As you can see, we're almost done with Mr. Maw's glasses. So make sure I got all the pieces there. Okay, so Rotate Z, -14. All right. There we go. Now he's set up. All right, so we're going to put the cursor back there and reset this to medium. Yeah, so his glasses are now ready. I'm probably going to hide the head, because I can. I just need to pull it out from wherever it is. Medic morphs. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, right, I need to move him out. Move these. And, okay, so we got rid of the medic head, because we won't need that in a bit. Right now, we're good. I'm probably just going... Considering that, I'm going to delete both these. Oh, well, actually, I'll delete the hands first. Then I'm going to separate. Then I'm going to have to separate this. Oh shit! That was part of. Okay. Okay, so let's try that again. I'm going to go into Object Edit Mode. I didn't realize those were on the same piece. Vertices. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Next, go down to here. Oh, first off, I think this is... Okay, cool. And then I have to go in here, and I'm just going to delete the parts I'm not going to use. Okay, now, object mode. I'm also going to go in here and delete 0 weight bones. But first I got to go into Armature, so we don't mess that up. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet, I guess. But I am going to just do it manually. Sorry, I'm mumbling a bit. To give you a brief synopsis, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and get rid of these armature that I know I won't need to migrate over. Because a lot of this here will easily be... Wait a minute. Wait. When did that happen? Okay. Nah, I think I know the problem is. First, though, I'm gonna have to like bring over this. I wanted to delete all this shit, and I'm not gonna be able to. So let me give you a lowdown in just a moment so I know what I'm up against. So that's the. I'm gonna label this as the armor, and then be the eyes. I'm losing viewers. I know why, because I'm just kind of doing some crazy stuff. But and that's his head. And I know this is the hair. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna have to do is because I'm realizing that if I were to start deleting armature, it's gonna fuck up the placement here. Because as you noticed earlier, it was like giving me issues with like how the armature is set up. I don't know why, but what I do know is I'm gonna have to. And I start bringing this shit over. So let's duplicate the armature. And now that I got a copy, I'm just going to grab everything I know I need. So, edit. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Why? Now it's all messed up. Okay, well then I'll have to go start pose mode. Wait, what? Okay, that explains it. Sorry. Random thoughts. I realized I didn't apply the pose mode. Apply as rest pose. Okay. If I start it... Oh, thank God. Okay. It wasn't as bad as I expected. I made a simple error. Error in calculation. So let's go into... I want that. I want to go into pose mode here. Or I want to go into edit mode. So now I delete these. Now that these are deleted, I can actually go in here and... Or now the rest mode is applied, which was the issue here. Okay, so now we're not going to have a problem with that. But I will need to start renaming the, what's called the vertex groups in the armor piece. So the chest piece. Let's go here. Armor. We go up into here. Okay, let me first get rid of 0 weight groups. And, okay. I don't need, wait, what? One sec. One thing I'm going to check. Okay, so object mode, weight paint. So I'm going to take a look, see at what it has. Okay, so where does this, okay. Don't need that. Jaw, neck, lips, okay, hips, shoulder. Okay. Just trying to get the appropriate weight paint pieces and what needs to be saved and what doesn't. So I know jaw isn't needed, but I know... So now we got to do. So just to give you an idea, right now I have very minimum. I'm going to be bringing over like a lot of these pieces, but everyone that's not going to be a new piece of the bone for the medic setup is going to be renamed to the appropriate armature. Because if you look here at his, let me put the names on. They say BIP, and so I have to like apply the appropriate names to each of the weight paint things here. So I could do it all in one go by renaming the remaining armature, but I've already deleted a good chunk of it, so we're not going to worry about that tonight. But I'm going to go into here and pull these up, because there'll be a few things I'll need to grab. So I know neck is... Oh, no, not that. It's right here. Replace the bip neck. I know bip pelvis is always replacement for hips. Shoulders are always the collars. Generally speaking, anyway. Let me just say that much. I know what these armature prefixes look like. So, okay, and this is spine 1, and actually, to be honest, because this is a different setup, I know that the neck is too high up. I know technically speaking, the neck in this case is going to be spine 3, just by looking at where the placement of each of the armature is. So I'm going to just... I mean, I could obviously copy over the weight, the vertex groups, but honestly, to be quite blunt, it won't be as big a deal. Let me just also go in the weight fan again. Okay, so that is... Let me just compare. Okay, that's spine 1. What is it? Okay, and this is actually going to be spine 0. It lines up more with that than pelvis. I'm just going to go there. Okay. Shoot, spilled some water. A few drops. Okay. So that's all set up. I'm going to now actually parent this piece of armor to the actual armature I'm going to be bringing it over to. So armature to form. And I also got to go in here and change the modifiers to remove the old armature. Okay. That would be a glitch if I didn't get rid of that. It would be causing me some issues later. So, now we got Maw's head. Now, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to also delete the vertex 0-weight vertex groups. Okay, so let me just... And I'm also going to check his hair. I'm going to do the hair first, because that's going to be... I'm going to rename this now. Hair. Yeah, it only has... I'll have to change the head to bip head, obviously. B-I-P. Head. Yeah. And this is going to be bip neck. So we're going to have some hair armature, and I am probably going to go in there and add jiggle bones, because I'm kind of nuts like that. Bip neck. But the rest stay. So, because the hair bones right here are going to be merged in. Same with the eyes. I'll leave the eye armature the same. There's no change there. Now, as for you, let me just kind of want to sort of go in hierarchy. Perfect. Okay, so bip neck. Head. We do obviously bip head, and that's all we need to change. And then, so once that's done, I'll show the magic of merging armature. So, I was trying to do it earlier, but then I ran into a bit of a hiccup. So let me first off, I need to change get rid of the names. That's just too cluttered. But essentially, what we're gonna do now is I'm going to make a duplicate of this armature, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to basically merge that in with I'm going to join that with the medic. Yeah, it was a little bit more water than I expected I spilled. Hey, yeah, it could be worse, could be Mountain Dew. And my arm is a bit wet. Anyway, so let's go in here and I'll show what I do next. So I'm going to hide this for a sec. I just merged in this armature here with the medic model, and I know there's an extra neck here and extra head. So I'm going to do first, I'm going to delete the neck, and then I'm going to go to pelvis, spine, spine 1, spine 2, 3, neck, head. And I'm gonna parent the bip head, or the head to bip head, and it's gonna say connector to keep offset. Always to keep offset. That'll, or at least in my opinion, that's what I do. And then I just do this, delete the head button, the that I just joined it with, and now everything is connected to new bip head mode. I don't know. To be honest, let me put you this way. Ebony Maw is from the Black Order, or whatever they're called, from Thanos' like followers. I would not be surprised, considering that they did not appear until Infinity in the mid 2000s. I would not be surprised if it was a homage, if you catch my drift. I doubt it. I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. So that's my opinion, though. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was a big Stargate fan and like, I like this design. I'm gonna put him in as Ebony Maw. I'm like Kara. Now I'm playing a character. Now I'm doing an impression of an impression. You know, the funny thing is, though, Navigator, I just realized when you said that, I just now I reread it and I realized I thought it said Steven Universe. Oh God, I just gotta make sure the glasses are a little they fit around the head a little better, and they're technically. I probably need to do something real quick. I need to go in here. Yeah, this character was from the Avengers Infinity Wars, where this model is mostly derived from. It was from Contest of Champions, I think, the game on mobile, but I have a feeling it was based more on the movie version than anything else. Scale... no, that's not going to work. I'm just going to say, fuck it, I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so... Now that the armature has been merged, I can then select the eyes, hair, head. Eyes, hair, head, and then parent that to this armature to form. And I don't need the old armature. I'm going to then throw this. Hide it away for now. So now we got all these pieces all connected. Let me just do something real quick, though. I'm going to have to go in here and remove the modifiers for the old armature, because that will be a pain in the ass later. But let me show you what I've done so far. So now, I mean, yeah, he's now connected. They're all connected in the great circle of life. And so yeah, now the last bit is gonna have to be to add all the flexes. So, like, for example, he has teeth here, and the medic head has some similar ones. So this is the fun part. I'm being totally sarcastic, though, because it's fun for me. Most people would disagree, though. But also, notice another thing cool about this. He's got, flexes for his hair. I don't blame you, bud. I don't blame you about Hollywood. I'm done with Marvel now. Like, overall, I've kind of just fucked. Oh, what did I do? Where'd my face go? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm like, what did I do? And then I realized I grabbed it the wrong way. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. I was not expecting that. Let me just. Whatever. I thought I was gonna clicking and selecting this shit, and I'm like, oh, wait, accidentally selected me. So let me show you something else I do here. There'll be two more things I'll need to do when it comes to the face. So last things I need to do here for this design to be what I call complete. Before I export it and obviously convert these textures from this new body to source is I need to add both, like, the eyes need to be set up correctly. Right now there's only one texture. That is something that I took forever to figure out. Like, Wonder, just so you know, this is the part where I get annoyed, or it fucks me. It's something that it took me ages to fully understand, is how Source Engine handles eye movement, and so I've learned a lot there. Let me check something. So that is called, okay, Ebony Maw. I just want to take a look, see at the texture, and see. And I'm in the way. and see. Why is this here? Yeah, there. Oh yeah, this is from the. It is from the movie. Okay, I'm gonna have to export this. That we'll deal with that later. I have to isolate that down. Pain in the ass. I may actually not even. You know what? I won't have to worry about that. At least I could. I'm not. You'll see. This is a trick I learned. But first, though, before all that, let me. I'm gonna put the armor and the hair and the eyes. We're gonna put that in a separate folder. Separate. No, I didn't want it that way. I wanted. Okay, and then we hide them. Okay, so this is a big thing I gotta do. Let me put this body piece over here and hide that and hide that and hide that, so we only have the armature and the face showing. Because I don't. It's a long story, but let's just say you don't want to have all these extra things you gotta get rid of later. But there's a method to my madness. So let me drag this over slightly. I'm going to have to open up Adobe Reader. I usually set this up on my second screen, but I'm going to show you basically how I do this. So how I just explain this? This is something that's taken me a while to, how you say, fully explain or fully understand. It took me a long time, and it's difficult to fully explain. But here's the deal. The models for Source Filmmaker, technically speaking, they have all these flexes that make up the lip sync, make up the better lip sync, let me put it that way. There are two different types of lip sync. There's the one that they used in Half-Life 2, I think it is. And then there's the ones they used Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead onward. And essentially what it is that, so let me show you. You got like nostril movement and all these things. Like you make these out, you make each one of these ready to go, and then you like compile it a certain way, and it'll allow you to like do shit better lip sync, etc. I love it. I personally love it. It's been invaluable. It's now, mind you, a bunch other programs like this here that I use for my avatar do things differently. That's a different program. I personally love how these flexes are set up. They've worked really well for me. So, let me just double check here. I'm gonna go into Armature and Display. So do we have? But obviously, some of these, such as the nose pieces, I could add it in manually, like literally go in and change the vertices. But that's that's a little beyond tonight. But as you can see here, we have, when it comes to like the armature I've added, there's a jaw and a bunch of lip pieces. There's the brow, eyelids, and again, this is why I freaking love Cat's Blender tool, whatever it's called. I think that's Cat's Blender plugin, because it makes us a snap. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom and get me a pop. And we'll start on the fun part. I'll explain what I mean, but why I'm adding them. Pop always said, drink more water. That's what I do. Tonight I will get a pop just because, staying up later than usual. What is it? Almost 11? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so let me give you guys an example of why, or explain briefly why I'm going through all this cancer. by showing you this. Okay, so if you'll notice, all these models here, I swapped out, but their facial flexes, their facial expressions remain the same. So if I were to go over here to Medic, let me show you what I mean. Medic has these facial flexes. His eyes are locked at a certain location. His upper face is all these flexes here. If I really wanted to, but I'll show what I mean. I could do this, or obviously not save that, but if I really wanted to, I could have him do all that stuff. But if I were to import it with all these flexes in place, you're gonna have Ebony Maw smiling like that in a maniacal sense. I'm gonna have to reattach it to the model properly, but you'll see. Basically, all I did here. Yeah, I appreciate it, Navigator. What I went in here and did is I basically swapped out the models. My heavy model was designed with the same armature, same everything as the actual heavy. I basically modded a heavy model. A lot of these are modded models. This one, this one, this one. This one's just a recolor. That one's obviously a mod from the workshop. And so you can basically just swap them out if they have the same armature. I actually have a model somewhere that is called a Roman. It's from a movie called Robot Monster. And the literal model is a gorilla suit with a diver's helmet on top with antenna attached. It's from an old movie, but I designed it so it would retain the same armature as the Pyro, so that I could use some of the poses and such, and make it easier on me. It has extra armature, obviously, but like for his feet, etc., and flexes and such. But if you keep the same armature, you can basically swap it out. It's called model swapping, and that's kind of how I'm achieving this effect here. Because originally, the Scout model here had a bat, regular bat, and was Scout. I swapped him out for Gundam. My Heavy here had basically just swapped out the model and then reattached it. So that's how I've been pulling this off. So let's go back here. That's why I'm adding these armature flexes or these facial flexes. I remember having a discussion, or rather talking it a little bit over with, I think last January. Or no, December 2018. I was part of a collaboration with Devil Artemis. You guys can still watch it. It's over on his channel. It's on my channel. My segment, I mean. My segment, my upload is a little better because I actually got more freedom with my audio. He had a generic Christmas music. It was a Christmas collab. It wasn't my best work, at least compared to now. But we were talking about, I think in one of his Discord servers, or Discord discussions, he mentioned that, he prefers, what's it called? He prefers the armature itself and messing with that. I tend to disagree. I mean, I like having the armature there, so I can add in my own custom flexes. But I love flexes because they make the job far easier to pull off and allows you to be more creative in the facial setup during the scene. Usually how I animate will be I'll do the facial flexes separately from the actual motion. A good example of this, I'm going to open a different project real quick, just so you can see what I mean by this. Save. This was an animation I did the other day, and it crashed. Well, we won't show that. Well, I'll reload it. But generally speaking, how I've been doing things has been I'll do the facial flex, the facial lip sync, sometimes manually by itself, and then I'll do the general animation later. And this is a perfect example of that. Provided it decides it's going to play along with me tonight. Who knows? Maybe it won't. But this was the Your Breathtaking animation I made the other night. I can break it down real quick. Because the audio wasn't isolated. You'll see what I mean. As you can tell, Keanu's audio was essentially not heard or couldn't be isolated. So if I were to do auto lip sync, it would not work. It would be terrible. So what I actually did was, as you can see here, there's all these little bookmarks. Let me fuck, I need to scooch it down a bit. Okay. I don't know a better way of doing this. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun to animate this. It was very wholesome. I thought it was fun. But if you can see here, you got all these. Fuck, let me just scooch this over like this. And fuck, I always forget that. Okay, so if you can see here, I got all these bookmarks, and I basically like sat down and I said, okay, I need to. Usually, how I do it is I phonetically, do each syllable. There's presets here for what's called visemes. That makes it real easy. And then if you can see here, so it starts off with him smiling, and this is like the first bookmark. Let me show you. So this is him saying, "Your breath taking." It's just how it works. It's a lot of fun, but. Yeah, and so each one of them is like set up here, so like all these lip movements have presets for like, excuse me, W or Q, O, M, B, SH, the various phonetic sounds. There's actually also a lot more phonemes, but personally they're a lot harder. They're not. I prefer the visemes. So you can see it's lip synced. I did that manually. But obviously also what I did here was I did this whole animation. And what actually I did was I actually put on my separate screen over here, I put the scene of Keanu saying that, and I tried my best to model it out in that way. And obviously he's in a green screen because my plan was to later composite it onto the scene itself with Keanu. Photoshopped him out, of course. The point is, I fucking love these flexes. They make making the face, the facial expressions a lot of fun, especially with Carl. I'm not even gonna be joking here. Carl. Oh, I guess that explains why it wasn't following me. Hey, Sauce, how to get subbed here? I make the Gundam stuff. I make it's the Gundam animations. Welcome. I'm showing off a little bit of a little behind the scenes magic as I work on some stuff. Yeah, to put it simply, Sauce, this model here that Gundam uses for everything, that was me. The background that he used in this latest video that's based off this, that was me. I am basically IRL Stu. That's why you're here. I make the Gundam like goofy animations of them saying like sitting in Eric Andre set and everything. That's me. Let me show you. Yeah, I make this stuff all the time. It's my whole thing. I have fun. I have a lot of fun making these. Let me just. No, I kind of want to show it off. Oh, look, there's my. As a matter of fact, none. You're right. It's a pain in the pain in the ass when you first set it up, like these flexes, but they are just they're so much fun. Like once you set them up, it just is a breeze to animate. I have a good example is actually David Bowie here. Let's watch that real quick. Where is it? David fucking Bowie. Here we go. Let me just quickly show what I mean. So like, here's Gundam's like this whole set here is actually built based off of his actual apartment. He gave me some reference photos, but like you can see, like he has like a face here, and then David Bowie here. A little bit of background. This is actually obviously Yoshikage Kira from JoJo, but if you'll notice his eyes, I went through all the trouble of getting reference photos of him singing Under Pressure in this suit. Then I went in and I retextured everything. Then I added in all the flexes on his face I could do for Gundam.
King Bowie.
Notice that his face is So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I have fun making this stuff. It's a passion of mine. And hey, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. This is something I've animation and me I fucking love. The funny thing is, Sauce, is I really want to do a Under Pressure music video with that version of Bowie. I'm probably going to, and the fun thing is, I need to set up what is it, Josuke from Part 8 for obviously to play Freddie Mercury, and that should be coming eventually if I ever get around to it. Longer animations for me are a little tougher because I have a day job. Okay, but enough fooling around. So we know that we're not going to need the nose pieces, but we're going to start working on by brow out. So we copy paste that. We start pose mode. I'm going to go in here and we get the outside brow. Both, and then we raise that up. Cause I've done this so many times. I'm usually in autopilot when I set this stuff up. It used to be harder for me. Now it's like real simple. So we got that. So we go over here and we look at this. So now we got this little flex here. Let me show what I mean. So I can like, that's going to be used for like his facial expressions. So yeah, that's the first one we did. And now we go in, let's make sure he goes that up. Cheeks. We got to make sure this is what's called cheek vertical stretching. So, or cheek, so it like goes up. So is there a cheekbone? There isn't. Oh, everyone says that. Everyone says about JoJo. Season 2 is really good. Honestly. Oh, Part 5 has been really fun. Part 4 is better than most people give it credit for. And that's saying something because people love Part 4. I love... I cannot wait for Part 7, but I'm also excited for Part 6. Nothing better than Made in Heaven basically being the most overpowered stand, which also has a Queen reference as its name. But I digress. So let's go in here. So we don't have cheek options, so we're going to ignore that. I could do it later. I probably will. But right now, I'm not going to worry about that. Clenched jaw. Copy. The jaw animations are a little more... Well, you'll see what I mean. Let me just... So what I usually do for the jaw motions is that there is... How would I describe this? I'm trying to find a way of making this simple. Usually, if I were to pull out the jaw like this, okay, you can see his mouth is giant and open like this. But the problem is that, and I say the problem a bit more, simply, is that the lip movement is independent. Lip flexes are independent of the jaw flexes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm setting the transition pivot point, or the pivot point to the jaw bone, to the where the cursor is, and then I just move this up, and that was about, I'm going to move it up about 2 degrees on the x-axis, and then we go into here, we get these 2 pieces that are connected to the jaw, and I then rotate them -2, or actually rotate x2, and so as you can see, the lips stay the same, but the jaw has moved up about 2 degrees. And that's intentional because, again, the lips are independent. So, and unfortunately, sometimes how I have to do it, because there's so many bones connected to the jaw, I'd have to, like, parent them otherwise. That's too advanced for this. But pose shape key, clench jaw. Stop. Okay. Now for the eye. Now, here's a little. There are so many little quirks to the source engine that I really love. I love talking about. And one of them is how the eyelids are done, but I won't go too loud or obnoxious about it. But let's just say how you set up the eyelids is you have these. Select the lower eyelid, close lid low. It's just this lid to the very top, and stop. And then close lid up is the opposite of that. You do the eyelid here, right eye up eyelid, left up eyelid, and you just do the same thing. Well, in this case, it's going to be a little annoying. I'm trying to do slightly different. Oh, shit, man. Why? Oh, my God. Are you... Okay. Whatever. Just annoying as hell. It won't be perfect. It's driving me nuts, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I hate when it does that to me. Okay, I'm going to... Technically speaking, this shouldn't be here. Oh, take care, bud. Good to have you on. Happy to explain why you probably subbed. But yeah, close lid up is the lids here going down to the extreme. What I will have to do now, actually, speaking of, is I noticed this piece here is not someone messed it up with the flexes or how the thing's set up. So I'm gonna just do a quick little fix, if it'll let me. I'm also, since I set that up, let's do a 3D cursor. Rotate, yes, okay. And, okay, rotate, yes. And then rotate, and perfect! Okay! That's why I always like having a handy cursor where it needs to be in case I need to do a few little adjustments. But as you can see, now, if you look at it, his eyes are actually set up right. So we go close it up, close the low. And that's how Source sets things up. It's actually a really good system. I like it personally. But I'm also kind of very biased because I love the Source engine. How it's set up is very good shit. There's a reason why Valve did well with their or are good at what they do. People have great ideas, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I got compressed lips. So I just go Source scale Z, bring it down to maybe like 0.5 scaling on Z, and then that's done. And then we got dimple. This is more important than some people realize. Scale X. There we go. See, it's really simple after you start getting the hang of it. It's like you know what to do. Frown is not involving the mouth at all. It's actually more of a eyebrow thing. So you do this. Yeah, I've gotten used to this stuff. It's something I've gotten a lot better at after a bit of time. After a while, I just start getting used to like what you need to do to make like certain things work out. So, funnel lips. Oh god, this one's actually two separate flexes, but they label it as one. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to drag you up, and you. Oh god, I'm actually doing a lot quicker than I usually do. I'm actually impressed. Okay, so we got -20, and then we rotate you as 20. Okay, and I'm probably gonna have to do this, either this or yeah. Okay, this is funnel lip up, funnel lip up. Okay, stop. Funny thing is, I'm making all this, and then like at just for this one gag. Oh well, I'm gonna have fun with it. Ah, good shit. Good Mountain Dew. It's sugar free because I have the Beatus. Oh shit. Okay, that's the other thing. It starts off by default selecting that whenever you go into pose mode using this program. So just keep that in mind, or that plugin. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna have to do. We'll do -20 again and 20. But also, I'm probably gonna have to scale these in actually because it doesn't look right. So I'm just fine, it'll do. Funnel lip low. Okay. Cheek again we can ignore. Inner squint. I think inner squint and outer squint are like, I don't know. I think they're like inner squint. I generally try and make it so that these like one of them is more like closing the lids more, and the other one is widening them, so I'm gonna do that. I think that'll make them too big. No, that's fine. And I'll probably do this as well. Scale Z. Yeah. The funny thing was, Navigator, I probably used that exact same version you're talking about, because when I was like a kid and like we had Max, my family, my uncle. I blame my uncle for me being such a love of animation and art. My parents were wonderful. I love them to death. And my godfather was my uncle. And he's a creative design. He does visual design. He's a graphic designer. And he was the person that kind of really, what's the word? And like got me excited about art and making stuff on the computer. He used to always give me hand-me-downs and like computers and such. He had an old Macs. Our family got Macs because he said suggestion. And my aunts, they're both graphic designers. And I had like an old copy of Photoshop that was for the old pre-Power Mac type of computers. And I remember using that for like years. That's the only Photoshop copy I had. I make do is what I used to do back in the day. Okay, Jut Jaw. Now on to this. Jut Jaw is real easy. It's literally like bringing the jaw out a bit. I would say I'm gonna make this 0.3. Ah, there we go. Ah, there, perfect. Stop. And then Jut Upper Lip is exactly how it looks here. Let me show you what I mean. So, look at that. It's literally just that. So, oh shit, I zoomed in and now I gotta zoom out again. And that doesn't. So fuck. There we go. That's better. So Jut Upper Lip is basically like giving him a beak, I guess you could say. And the funny thing is, his thing's already set up for that. So what I'm gonna do, that's gonna make this real easy. So what I'm gonna do is I generally like grab out, maybe rotate it a bit, maybe scale Y a bit, and then down. There. I'd say that's just about right. Bring it down a little more. Perfect. We're just gonna leave that as fine. Okay, stop. Flip Control Twist. This one's very simple. Grab these, rotate them. Oh, I accidentally grabbed the lips too. Okay, so rotate and drag. Again, these are the Source Filmmaker / Source Engine flexes. You're gonna find other standards for other programs you use. I'm not saying. So yeah, it's not, your mileage will vary. This is just how I do things for Source Filmmaker. This is how I go about making this shit because I prefer these kind of flexes. I've gotten used to them. So now we go back to Open Jaw. It's the other end. Basically, Open Jaw and Clenched Jaw form a singular, I think, jaw vertical flex. Actually, I'm gonna close this real quick. Don't save. Just because I know as soon as I load up the other thing, it's gonna crash. I'm gonna avoid that. But again. Yes, as a matter of fact, they were. I remember hearing about that, and it's weird. So once again, I have the jaw, and I have the cursor on the jaw because we're gonna need that in a sec. So I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna set. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'll set that to -5. All right. So now that we got that, now we go and select these, rotate -5, and. As a matter of fact, I probably will do a little bit here. Rotate X1. Oh no, -1. Yeah. Open Jaw. See, because the flips remain closed. That's how they do that. So okay, open lips though. This is the next one. So both lips open. So we select you. I'm going to go back to medium point though, because we're done with that. So these actually are opened only slightly compared to the next flex. So you just open them a little bit, not entirely. Yeah. Okay. Now we do each separate lips flex. So, but yeah, I used to be a Mac fan, and then I realized how much I was wasting my money, and I just said, you know what, I don't want to pay this much. And it's a cult. I say that half ironically, half jokingly, because I know it's sadly more than you realize when you think about it. But and then we got open upper lip. Yeah, actually, need to be a little higher than that. It needs to go like right up to the gums. Yeah, oh jeez, he has big teeth. Okay, outer squint. This is one I'm not entirely sure if I'm right in doing it like this, but I generally, when I see the models in Source Filmmaker, they generally are, or like, you know, obviously the Valve ones, they seem to be a more wide open eye. So let me just do that. Stop. Okay, platysmus. There's a lot of like terms I've learned from learning this shit, and platysmus is like. It's connected somehow to like how you open your mouth, like it's like a motion in your. Oh wait, shit! I selected one I shouldn't have. It's like connected to how you like a lip muscle, like widening it. You see, you learn a little bit about how the mouth works when you learn this kind of stuff. It's weird. I think that will do. Might put it back a bit. Yeah, we'll do that, yeah. Maybe a little... Yep, that'll do. It's close enough. It doesn't need to be too perfect. Pressed nose, you don't have to worry about. Puff lips. This is another, like, 2-in-1. So I gotta do one for each lip. So, honestly, I just do it from the side, and I just, like, scale wide, generally. Yeah. That's basically all it is. Puff lip, up. Okay. Stop. And then start. And I do the lower lip. So both these. And then go back to side views. Scale Y. Okay. Puff lip. Whoa. Alright. Now. Stop. Now raise brow in. This is one that I feel like is very helpful. The eyebrows can be can open up a lot of opportunities for how you like express the character. That's just my take though. So your mileage will vary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. Let's do -45. Let's do 45 degrees for these. Rotate 45, and then we'll just raise them up further. Oh yes, okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna probably do scale Z a bit, and no, don't worry about that. That's pretty close. Pose, raise right in, stop. Okay, next is raise chin. This is also a related more to the lips than anything else. It's actually more of like a. I think it's like this. It's just or scale Y. Yep, that's about how you do it. It's more of like a. Or actually, scale Z. Grab. Yes. Perfect. Okay. And then the scalp. I don't have anything for that. I'm not going to worry about it. Stop. Okay. And then smile. Okay, smile has like 3 separate flexes. There's like 3 different layers of smile. There's like a flat one. There is a. Especially the eye front branch. Yes, don't get me started on that. You preach into the choir on the belief of a cult of Mac. Honestly, like, I have found, like right now I have at my house, in my apartment here, I have, like, a computer, like, set up. It's an old, I think, quad-core Mac, Intel. That's my Plex server. Honestly, I don't think I need to do anything more than that with this kind of smile. Scales. Yeah, okay. We're gonna make this a smile flat, and I actually try and get all the smile ones done at once, because basically they're like each one is like a little bit further, so it's better than starting from scratch every time. So I'm gonna scale this. I'm gonna bring this up higher. I'm going to select both these, turn it by about 2, and then turn this by -2. Rotate -2. There we go. That's smile full. Stop, and then smile sharp. Oh, I'm just gonna make sure that's done. And then smile sharp is just a little more extreme. Just bring it up a little. I'm gonna scale it a little bit more, bring it up a little bit more. You're basically, the whole point of this is trying to make the rotation, or trying to make like it resemble these flexes. That's all you're trying to do. I'm gonna actually do 5. And rotate -5. I'm having fun tonight. This is my idea of fun. Just making all these ridiculous setups and talking to you guys about it, because I'm actually having fun explaining this. Hopefully, Wonder is gonna be able to use this for learning how to do this stuff. This is things I fucking love doing. I've been wanting to like do kind of a tutorial session with people, especially with him, because like Wonder, I'm gonna take a minute and just say how much I appreciate his artwork, and I really also I know he can do things. He can do things well. He's a good kid. I'm just gonna say that and so I want to see him succeed. Like I want to see my brother succeed. Speaking of Stoney's, I'm gonna be uploading something later that Stoney's working on my brother. His YouTube channel has been kind of compromised, for lack of a better term. And it's Yes, a lot of this is plugins. This is Cat Splendor plugin. It's a program I use to basically make these flexes better. It makes the process so much easier. I know there's a way of doing it without it, but I honestly don't know how well about that. But other plugins you should probably grab for porting. This is real quick. I'm gonna do a quick rundown. For porting things, Miku Miku Dance and XNA LoRa import plugins are a must. There are a lot of really good Source Engine importing plugins. There's obviously the default that everyone uses, which I think is called, it's a Source Engine, like a source model Blender plugin. That's the one you're going to need to export things. But there's also ones for importing, obviously, materials, actual sessions, the model by itself. I have like all these. I'll need to post though. I need to find the post I gave for back when Troy Vader was still on Twitter. I had a whole list of them, and they're all really helpful in getting it. But honestly, the one I feel like I can't live without. Oh, sure, I will definitely do that Wonder. I'll put on. I'll probably actually, to be honest, I may do a pinned tweet or pinned comment where I have the list. Like I have a Twitter thread I made once, and I'll make sure of that. But yeah, the one you can't do without, in my opinion, is Cats, because it's so useful. It has everything in one place, just about, and some things I don't even use, but it's so helpful. Oh, you have no idea how like it's made my job, it's not a job, it's more passion. It's made this so much easier. I mean, to be honest, if you want to call what I do with Gundam a job, yeah, it's been indispensable in that regard. Because actually, it's made for porting things. It's actually made for porting things over to VR chat. That's what it's meant for. And since VR chat is Unity based, it's perfect for everything Unity based. Perfect for everything Unity. Perfect for everything you need to use for Unity. So I cannot recommend it enough. But yeah, I will post a pinned comment at one point just so it's there. So everyone can have it. But so Suck Nostril, don't have to worry about. Wrinkle Nose. This is like the last one. It's the last one on the list, but it's not the last flex I need to do. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. But Wrinkle Nose is actually more like a frown. It's the opposite of the raised brow in I said. It's like the other half of it. It's just, making sure you bring these down a bit. Grab, scale, Z. Yeah, that'll do. Wrinkle Nose. Okay, stop. Now we got the main ones done. So that was all the flexes. There are more flexes you can do. They're called corrective keys, but I never bother on those. I've yet to figure it out, honestly, how to set that up. That's more of like, that's a rabbit hole we're not going down tonight. But what we now need to do is I need to actually I gotta do the eyes. There's one last trick. Because one of the challenges you face, and in this context, it's not an issue, but eyes work differently in Source than like anywhere else. Generally, what you would do is you'd like have like eye movement, and literally move the mesh, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. But Source does it differently. Essentially, and because of that, I'm not even gonna bother with this tonight because, I mean, I could, but that's a whole other can of fish, and I'm not going to worry about that tonight. It's not necessary for this design. But we're going to do that right now. We're going to do the idea that I was planning. But right now, I'm just going to, or we're going to do that idea of like moving the meshes and using that as a flexes. But essentially, how Source uses it is that the eye texture is how they move do eye movements, and it's really precise. But you gotta like set it up a certain way and set the textures up a certain way, and I'm so fed up with how I've not fully perfected it. So so we're gonna do is left eye, right eye. We're gonna do, and this is not best practices. This is me doing something quick and dirty. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna rotate this by about, fuck, I hate when it does that. Okay, let's let's do rotate Z 30. Okay, and then I'm gonna obviously hide that. Pose the shape. This is gonna be look left. This is a cheap way of doing it, and I hate it. I hate doing it this way, but in this case, like when I'm swapping out models, it's not gonna make any difference. It's literally, it's like this regard. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna get in trouble for doing this. Like I don't like doing it like this, but sometimes you just gotta do it this way. So let's see. Rotate -30. Or rotate Z 30. Or rotate Z -30. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay. Pose the shape key. Look. Again, this is not best practices, right? Not best practices at all. Okay, stop, and then we do start. And you'll see what I mean. You'll see why, or what I have to do after this, because it's one last step. But after this, before I export the model, so rotate X 30, right. Rotate X 30. So that's look down. Down. I hate doing it this way. I really do, because it's not best practices, and that's enough for me to be upset. I'm OCD like that. Look up. Okay. With that, we're done. Or at least for now. We gotta do one last thing after this, but you'll see what I mean. Okay, so now we have everything. We have the what's the word I'm looking for? We have Ebony Maw's head all with all the flexes. We have everything else here. Set. Oh, I need to get rid of that actually. We have all of. Wait. What? Sorry, 1 second. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? Okay. We have all this set up. So we got the Ebony Maw and everything. So. Eyes, medic. Oh, 1 sec. Gotta delete all these. This is not going to be needed. Alright. So, we've got this export screen here. This is... We're on the home stretch here. At least when it comes to compiling it. You'll see what I mean. So, we got this is the glasses. I'm going to actually rename them real quick. Glasses. So they're properly set up. And suppress. Okay. You'll see what I mean. I'm just... right now what I'm doing is each of these layers is listed, and I usually just go in and say, yeah, okay. So we got all these things here, and so now we have one last thing. One thing I do need to do. I need to go in here and remove the names. It's going to be harder to understand. So we're going to throw this over. Okay, so we got everything here set up, ready to go. It's the flexes are all set up. So now we come to the home stretch. So a lot of these things, like this chest plate and this piece here, and even the hair, they don't have any flexes. So they're going to be, I don't have to worry about those. But if you'll see here, the shape keys, the flexes, the eyes have 4 and the head has 31. Now, you'll see what I mean when I do this, but I'm going to go into advanced. Each one needs to have their own controllers generated, and I'm going to do it for... I don't need to do it necessarily for this, but you'll see what I mean. Because they're a little more complex, and you'll see why. So let me show you with the head. The head has all these flexes, but right now by themselves, they're not as useful. They're not set up right. So what I'm going to do, I will go down to the ready to go heads. We got flex eyes, which is what I use for my eyes. Essentially, this is all set up right now so that it will... this is a cheat. This is a cheat code, basically. I set it up so that look up and look down and look left, look right are mapped to the right eye movements. They're not technically supposed to be like that, but that's how I'm doing it right now. So now we go in, but then we go into, we need to go in here and grab the other one. DMX. And this is like a cheat code, pre-rendered up, ready set up eyes and everything. So we got the closed lid. This is like how they're supposed to be set up for the TF2 models, and I just reference this. I make a few edits to it. Like for example, one thing we have to do is remove, I think, the scalp, like all the ones I'm not going to use or I didn't make. So frown, the nose ones, for example, we're not going to need. Suck nostril, bone nostril, cheek. Yeah, those two need to go. The nostril flare, basically, ones. We don't need. We didn't set those up. The cheeks we didn't set up. That's done. Okay. Yeah, one. There are a few jaw related ones I'll need to add. That I forgot. I always forget to add them. You got slide draw left and right. That's never on the list. But let's just make sure. Smile, as you can see, is 3 separate. Suck, nostril, pucker lip. I forgot about pucker lips. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I'm actually happy that that it reminded me just now. Tongue doesn't have any actual... I'm not going to worry about the tongue tonight. And that's like the last bit. I thought there was a scalp. I thought... Okay. And pucker lip. I thought there was this... Okay, whatever. Wrinkle nose, raised brow in, outer squint. Okay. There's 2 extra flexes I need to get done. I completely forgot about. This is why you always go over things and double check your work, etc. Because, I mean, I don't really have to add them, but I'm not going to risk it, basically, is the plan for tonight. It's just not worth the risk. I'm going to also put these in here so that they're all in one spot to hide. Okay, and this needs to be delete hierarchy just to make it simple. And, oh wait, body group backpack needs to go in here too. Okay. There we go. So, we got 2 more, basically, flexes. Slide draw left and right, and the puckering of both lips. Okay. Slide jaw is dirt simple. Start pose. Rotate Z. I think. Alright, I'm just going to do rotate Z5. This is slide jaw left. Okay. Stop. Start. And there's a few other things I didn't talk about here, like how, like, for example, like, make sure before you compile these that you name the flexes without any underscores, because it'll misinterpret the flexes. And there's a trick for that. It'd be hard to explain really quick, but yeah. Okay, so pucker lips. I need to go pucker lip up is the first one. I just need to go. Honestly, I shouldn't worry about. Okay, so we use scale X. Yeah, I'm just gonna and then save you guys for scale X 0.5 or oh right, duh, stupid me. I let's try it again. Okay, perfect. And then scale X 0.5. Actually no, we're gonna do 8. No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna have to make these bigger scale. Yeah, we'll just do that. Pucker lip up. It's not. It's. I'm not even going to make it perfect. Lip up. Doesn't need to be right now, to be honest. Start. I'm honestly running out of steam myself. Ah! All right. And then oh wait, that's a little too much. Scale X. Grab Z. Pucker, P-U-C-K-E-R, lip. Whoa. Okay. Stop. Okay. Back to scripting. Alright, those are added. And this script, I need to actually post it. I don't even know where I found it, to be quite honest. I completely forgot. But this has, like, all the rules set up. It's long story short, it's a godsend. Okay, so now we go and we unhide all these. And... yeah, I'm going to make sure the eyes are referencing the right one. It's flexeyes.dmx. It's going to be slightly different than the one it thinks. Okay, so, and then it's, the funny thing is, the secret to me knowing this stuff is literally months worth of just, like, cutting my teeth, figuring out how to do it. That's how I learn. I learn by doing, is what I always say. Okay. Okay, also of note, something you may want to keep in mind. I'm going to the target up axis because it's... Okay, so because the medic model and everything else in TF2 is set up with the up axis being Y, make sure when you export it to set it to that. We're also going to be exporting to DMX because I set up the flexes the way I did. It basically does all the work. Like, if you don't set it, if you export as SMD, it's a lot more work. Put very simply. Oh yeah, it was. Well, he never did 3D. He did Flash, but just the general art really helped push me, and appreciation for art. But also, weight link call threshold. This is something you got to think about when you're porting over a model. Essentially, I always keep it at 0.5 when if I'm bringing in a new head or something, you know. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. I almost forgot this stupid thing. I recommend you tidy up the name of the materials. So this is going to be Maw _ head as the name of the texture, or of the material. And we're going to call this Maw _ hair. Just basic stuff. And eyes, we're going to call them... I should make them separate textures, but I'm going to do Maw eyes for now. Right now, it's not the end of the world, but it's not the best practiced. Maw _ body. Okay. Now that that's done, technically speaking, they're all the same texture, but shh, don't tell me that. So now that's done. We have all these things ready to export. We obviously made the head have all the point to the controllers that are meant for TF2. The eyes have their own custom cheat code for how their eye movement works. And now we press export. Scene export. It'll take a minute because sometimes it needs the faces. Okay, so see, it says 3 axis weight cold, and that's good. That's what we're aiming for. And didn't give me any errors. That's very helpful. So we then click save, and now I'm going to take a quick look over at the shading. So we have specular. Okay, that's all I need to worry about. Okay, so now, and this is part that annoys me. Actually, fuck, I forgot to do something. When I decompiled the medic, it didn't finish. It was just I think it was a glitch in Crowbar. But fortunately, I didn't actually. Fuck. Fortunately, I have a workaround. So let me show you what I do. I'm going to. There's a way you can generate a QC file using one of the importers I use, and I'm going to do that. It's because I don't know what the exact problem is with my setup here, but like it's gonna. Last time I tried importing a TF2 model like this, it came out wrong. But I'm basically gonna use to write the QC file. That's all I needed to do right now. Just to make my job a lot easier. Okay. Yeah. Just give it a minute. It's gonna be importing. It's importing the raw model and generating the compile script, and it didn't work out when I did it just now. So, 1 sec. When I decompiled the model, the script didn't the compile file didn't really come out right. So this is unrelated. Generally speaking, it'll spit out a file just fine. You won't have to worry about a damn thing. Tonight, though, I'm not that lucky. Water. Very nice. Whew. Wait, did it? Okay, see, as you can see right here, it didn't work. But that's okay, because that's not an issue, because honestly, I was expecting it to do that, so it's like I meant it to do that. Let me hide this, and select all, just delete it. We're not here for that. We're honestly here to collect the file it spit out. There we go. And I'm going to save this as Medic QC. I'm actually going to do Maw Medic. Because it has, I might need the extra one that came with it, just in case, just to merge them. Okay, save. Alright. Cool. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up the space. A lot of these things that I spit out, I'm not going to need. Because, to be honest, none of these things I'll need, but I'm just going to get rid of the, what's called the loadout distance models. I won't need those. I especially won't need those. So now we're going to load up. Also, a bit of a tip. Notepad++ has been one of the most useful programs I've ever used. And that's no jive. Actually, I'm gonna should have fling this here instead. There we go. So what we got here is a QC file, and what it is, it's meant to be the compile file, basically. Now, a lot of this shit in here I'm not gonna need, but I am going to grab a chunk of it. Because I'm basically going to use there are certain parts that cut off. So you go in here, as you can see, it didn't, like, all this ain't here. So I'm going to copy and paste this in because I'll need this. Surface prop, there is one thing I'll need to add to this though. Yeah, I didn't add that. There's a keyword, a string, a variable I gotta put in, which is indispensable. Mostly opaque. I don't know if I spelled that right. No, I didn't spell that right. But too many P's. Okay. Opaque. Ah, yeah, perfect. Okay. Because Notepad++ actually has language definitions for all this stuff. That's why I like it. It's so useful in that regard. Now, one other thing to note is this here, all these texture groups, I don't need. Because we've made a new... This is a custom version of obviously, of Medic. So, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to, like, obviously rename it. So, go Sharza as the location, and I'm going to put, instead of new name, which is Maw_Medic. Obviously, one thing I do also that I love about this program is its find and replace feature. It is indispensable. So if I do SMD and then I go and do DMX, find replace. It is also very helpful when you want to set up what's called jiggle bones. I have a whole thing of how I go about making jiggle bones, or the proper syntax. That's another story for another day though. I am gonna have to. Okay, did the medic animations? Okay, cool. I'm gonna copy you. I'm gonna put that there, and then so we'll do medic underscore names. That's where it's located, and ref, not DMX. Okay, say. Oh. Yep, and then we go into here. Oh shit! I just realized. No, I can't do that. That's another story. That will not work out well. But what I will do is, which model should I use for that? We'll do head. Copy. All right. Basically, long story short, I wouldn't be able to use that. That's because I added extra armature to it. So I'll have to do you as ref. Oh, actually, no, it's idle. And this will also be ragdoll. Yeah, this didn't decompile properly. But, one sec, I'm just trying to remember what I'm looking for. There's one thing I'll need to add down here. Or a few things, actually. But I need to go down directory. I should have Mads Mads. I'm looking for Mads. Mama, MK11 accessories, MGS2. Ah, here we are. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so... Fuck, there's just something I'm looking for. Like, I did compile one successfully earlier. Oh, right, it's Forrester. And if I go in here, I should be able to find it, I hope. Alternate Medic animations. Perfect, okay. I will have to copy all this in. Okay, so I did actually decompile this once, okay. So let me save. Perfect. So it's just gonna import all these, so it has everything. Don't ask. It's a long story, but we are going to have to change this to proper shit. Medic. Okay. Head. You know, mind you, I prefer not having a freaking long script like this. It makes it really hard to read, but I'm too lazy to separate this shit out, so we're not gonna worry about that tonight. Yeah. Okay, so this is all just to make sure it's compatible with the animations. I don't know why I did. It's not necessary, but I prefer it. Also, I am going to make one more thing I need to do is go in here, Charza, and then put Maw. I have to for the Maw materials that I'm going to add in, I'll have to do that for now. Okay, so let me take a look, see, compare. So we're going to not... Okay, I'm going to duplicate this. This is the head. I'm speeding through this because I'm like half awake. Okay, so I'm not going to be explaining this as well as I'd like to. In other words, what I mean by that. Eyes... Because you're not going to be... This is... I'm not going to be able to explain this with the amount of mental strength I have at the moment. Well, we will... I probably will, like, after it's compiled, and finish that at least tonight, and we'll pick up tomorrow, maybe, on the last bit. I mean, honestly, all I'll need to do after that... Actually, to be honest, I should be fine to finish this up. Because once we add to the scene, we'll be fine. It won't need anything else. So, okay, body group, coat, gloves. Okay, and that's ready to go. So that's the only model we're gonna use. Backpack is the same. We are gonna have to add in armor and glasses and hair. Yeah, okay. So copy the glasses first. I'm not gonna be able to explain this very well. I'm sorry, guys. Brain's starting to turn off. So I'm like, I feel like I'm on the clock a bit. Okay, so eyes, hair is the last bit. Okay, we're gonna duplicate you then. We'll just make it a model. I'm not gonna bother making it a body group because I don't. It's basically attached. Okay, so that is 1, 2. Oh, armor. Armor is the last one. And this is glasses anyway, so. And, okay, so now. Yeah. Wait. Exactly, that's why I like the convenience of Notepad++, because they built language syntax for this. And that's been a godsend. Put that armor, and then we're gonna, because yeah, if I mess it up, it'll. That's why I love this program here. It makes editing this properly and looking for syntax errors so fucking easy. It's amazing. Okay. God, but why are they all? Never mind. Don't ask me. Don't complain, Ben. Charlie, don't complain. Just keep going. You're almost there. Okay. Now, this is gonna be a rough script. But now is the final compilation, and when we pull it up, you're going to notice that it's going to, when we show it in the model viewer, it ain't going to look right, because I haven't added in all all of the textures yet. You'll see what I mean. So we're gonna, like, I have a separate prefix for all my models, and I have a few more I made. Like, all my anime stuff goes in one mod folder. Okay, unknown bone reference to, oh. Reference to what? Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to, I blindly copied something. I am going to literally just cut this out. I don't know why I even did that. It's gonna make me a pain in the ass. Okay. Now, don't ask. That's way okay. So, all right. So compiled. Fine. Now we're going to close that up, and then we're gonna show and view. Now you'll notice that everything that's connected to the mom parts I added are gonna show up not having textures. That is fine because I haven't added them yet. Oh. And there seems to be a bit of an issue with the bones. It didn't necessarily... Okay, one sec. I can fix this. Don't worry. I got this, guys. I'm just going to define the bones and recompile. And use in view. Let's see if that fixed it. Oh my god. What did I do wrong here? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, wait for it, Fuck. Let me just try something. Well, I'm going to have to fix that. That's one of those unforeseen circumstances you don't think about. But the hair, basically, the hair needs to be adjusted. So let's go find out what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. Actually, it's staring me right in the face. I bet I know what it is. We'll see. Okay, so go back here. We're only gonna have to worry about you. So let's see, weight paint, and I go up to vertex groups, neck, head, hair 1, hair 2. Oh my god, are you serious? Is that really what it is? Okay, I think I know the problem is. Let's see. Let's see if I'm correct. Hair 1, hair 2. Okay. Bip head. Let's start pose mode real quick. Will this play along? Okay. Okay. So it seems as that's great. It seems as though it's playing along just nicely here. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Now, so it may be the issue. I hate when I get right into these issues. Let's just see. Did it find the hair? Head. It may not have detected. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Head, neck, pelvis, joint hose, weapon. Okay, hair connected. Hair 1, hair 2. Huh. That is weird. It seems to be. I wonder. File, save. Let me just. I'm gonna try a little experiment that I've never done before. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Export just the hair. Over 3 weight lengths. Let's just do 0.2. Export. Okay, 4 axis. Okay, cool. I don't know if that'll fix it, so we'll find out. Fucking hell, I don't even know why it's giving me that issue now. Great. That's not what I want. You. Yeah, still giving me that issue. Fucking hell. I may actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I may just delete that armature entirely. But I'm gonna try one thing first before I attempt that. I'm gonna try and see if I keep it. Take a look at the bones itself on this piece and see. Okay, so bones. Okay, so we gotta go all the way down to the hair. Highlight bone. Okay, so it's not that. It actually, to be honest, it might be hair 1, hair 2. Highlight hitbox. Hair 1. Oh, okay. I need to Oh, God. Well, no wonder. I don't know why it did that, but we're going to have to generate the QC there. Load hitbox. Fuck. I don't want the hitbox. Okay. Thank you. This is driving me nuts. Hair 1. Hair 2. Why did it... Okay. Hitbox size. Okay. Oh, okay. I can fix that. Here's hoping anyway. I see where it went wrong. Somehow. No, I don't want that. God, this is actually kind of embarrassing how bad this looks. Hair 1. 0. Okay. Let me just take a look-see. Yeah, that should do. Yeah, okay. Hair 2, or hair 1, okay. We make you the same size. Fuck. God. Copy. Hair. And we'll make you 0. Update hitbox. Okay. And I'm gonna make you shorter. 2. Update. Yeah. Hair 2. Cancel. Update. Generate QC. And now I have to go in and add that to this script. I think this will do it, but we will see. No, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't even help it. But let's add it right up. Oh, fuck, I hate when it does that to me. Right about here. Alright, so... yeah, why are you doing this to me whenever I want to use this? Okay, so save. Now that's added. Let's hope that fixes it. Open viewer. Did that fix it? Center view. Wait, what? Use and view. What did I... Did I fuck it up? I mean... Let's just take a look-see again. I'm getting really fed up with this. This is something that's beyond my general usage. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so I'm starting to realize it's nothing I did. It's nothing to do with the hitboxes. In fact, the hitboxes were generated as a result of this. You know what? I might... Oh, God. I'm ready to scream. I'm actually just going to join these and... Okay, let's export it. I'm gonna do this instead. Hope to God this works out better. So let's go to the top here. Oh God, this is driving me crazy. It just work, damn it. Just work. Oh my God. Okay. Go in here. Let's just quick save for now. Compile. And use and view. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna like stop for tonight. Okay. We're good. It's set. Okay, so so let's now that that's taken care of, let's look here. Okay, as you can see, the parts that I added are not, well, they don't have textures, because I haven't put them in yet. So let's go do that, shall we? Okay. Save. Okay, so this is gonna be hopefully quick, because I'm getting tired. But I'll show you. Okay, so I used Contest of Champions, right? I think I did. Yeah, I think I used that. Let's just check shading real quick. It should be able to tell me. Ebony Maw movie. Okay. Let's just click save, quit. And Ebony Maw movie. Okay. Boulder. Yeah. So these are actually The funny thing is, he used the same texture for everything. Hence why I felt it to be much easier to do this, like, cheating way for the eyes. So that's in Maw. I need to make the Maw directory. And then next, I would use VTF edit, but I'm actually going to use this instead. Hopefully it'll let me convert them or make open tools, convert to VTF. All right, perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna actually I should remove these. Okay, so first one is diff, and I'm going to put that in here. Output needs to be actually right here. And resize. See, that's fine. I need default. Normal map, no. Engine map scale, flags. Do I need any of these? No. Convert. Okay, that's done. And then remove. And normal. Okay, so normal is this. I need to set this up for normal. Resize, normal, flags, normal. I think that's convert. I'm going to remove you. And last but not least is a spectrum mask. I don't know. We'll just do default. Convert. Okay. Now we go in here, and we're just going to make this. This is a program. This is like another option I use for making the proper materials, but so yeah. Okay. Diffuse. I need to put in models. This is just. I could go it another way, but I'm too lazy. I'm just going to do it this way. And I'm not going to explain it as well as I like to. And norm. And what else? Surface is alien flesh. That's lighting. Okay. Ah, yes, this is actually important. For what I do. Fuck, I need to, like... I'm on fumes right now. I'm not going to be able to get all this done tonight, or just, like, wrap it up, but... Yeah, the compiling process, I wish I could explain it better. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. But it's honest. The funny thing is how... It's so much easier in Source 2, honestly, and I feel kind of bad for not being able to explain it better than I am, because I feel like I should be explaining this better, but I'm doing a terrible job of it, because I'm tired. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Alright, I'm just trying to get I gotta get the pyro light map in here. That's another thing entirely, though. Lighting, color? No, I don't need that. Flexion, self-illumination, specular. That's what I'm looking for. And I also need, actually, use cube. That's not needed. I'm looking for. Okay, Fong is in there. You know what? I don't know why I did it that way. One sec. I'm gonna do a total 180. I'm going to just grab some examples here. I need specifically hair. Let's see. Essentially, I was going about it a little too from scratch, you could say. I should be just... Because this is this is basically part medic, I should be using similar setups to what a normal medic model would be. So here is this is actually from a model I made based off medic who was from was Dr. Forrester from MST3K. Shout outs to those who know what I'm talking about. I'm basically just going to be using the basic what am I trying to say? I'm going in here and I'm just gonna like use this as the template to make my job a lot easier. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then I'm gonna save you as the different ones. I'm also gonna fuck, I'm not gonna worry about. I was gonna make this a lot more complex, so I'm like, no. So now I gotta, since they're basically all using the same texture. So all I gotta do is duplicate this basically multiple times. So we got Maw Head. This is like a quick and dirty method. I'm honestly setting up these materials way less than I should be. Had I have more mental power right now, I probably would do it better. But I've been streaming for like 2 hours. Give me some slack tonight, guys. I will go in and edit these better so that they make more sense. But with that said, let's see. Not bad. There's just like maybe 2 things I got off. Oh, I didn't do the armor. Maw body. Copy paste. And medic specs. Oh, why did I name it that? Fuck. Okay, I can fix that. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. I shouldn't have called it that. I should have renamed that material. But it can be fixed. That's the best part. I'm gonna go and do that right now. Basically, what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna copy over the medic. Like technically speaking, it's not the medic. It's the same thing. It's the same material as medic red. But I was stupid and realized and renamed it for some reason in the model itself, which I shouldn't have done. So right now I'm just gonna go in here. This is like another one of those little life hacks you could say. Copy, paste. I'm gonna rename it to medic specs. Oh wait, no. Wait. Oh fuck. Of course not. I didn't do that right. Now I know what I did wrong. Props. This is a quick fix. No. I should have seen that coming. Because that was where is that? Props. I'm gonna put TF movies. I remember them naming it or mentioning it. Props space movie. And that expects. Okay, so I need to add this directory. That was the one material directory I just completely forgot about. So let's go up here, and this is a quick recompile. I should have seen this coming. I should have remembered to do this. Duplicate and just copy this in. Paste it in. Okay, there. Now see, that's a quick fix. Like I compile. Let's compile that again. Long story short, there was an additional material I forgot about, and I thought it was something else. Okay, so now here we are. He's done. Okay, he's done entirely. I'm calling it that. Okay. So now all we gotta do to finish this, I'm gonna go quickly pee as it boots up. I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, last but not least. Now, we go back in here, meet the team poster, open recent. Oh, okay. This is the last bit. So now that we got Maw done, let me make sure I copy the location of it. It'll make my job a lot easier if I do this real quick. Copy. Okay. So now it's going to load the map. Here we are. So everything's set up, save for that medic. So let's go and let's put in Maw. Go medic. Go to element viewer model and copy and paste. Now mind you, I'm going to change the backspaces so they're not backspaces. I don't know if that will make a difference. Honestly, I don't want to find out. And so as you can see right now, he don't look right, and that's an easy fix. Go in utilities, reattach to model, utilities, and rebuild control groups. And if I am looking at this correctly, if we go over here to Mr. Look at that! Now, mind you, his glasses aren't set up right. I'm a little frustrated about that. But notice his smile. It's correct. Now, mind you, there's like this is like the one time where I need to adjust something. But other than that, he looks great. Look at that. Look at that campy camper. It should be. Where is his glasses? Prop glasses. Okay. Let me just. This is only because, you know, they probably had a spot for where it was. So I just needed to turn and bring it out further. Attaboy. And then we turn up. Yes! And bring it down. Oh, does Maw look good here? Okay. Yep. Okay. 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 That was the last one. See, there's this armor piece. There's him there standing happy as a camper. And now we click save. And now I'm gonna render this out. This is the last bit I had to do. I'm not gonna wait. Let me check something. His hand isn't right. I am not gonna let it bother me. Save. Okay. Now I'm gonna render this out as probably 8K because I'm kind of crazy like that. I'm gonna put this also D. Let's do a class file, class line, and we're going to make this 8K. I need to do a quick this times 4. All right, 4320. I'm doing it that size so it's not going to be any trouble when I do the zooming out. So we're going to let that run. And here I thought you'd let me minimize you. Well, that's okay. I am then now going to show you guys where this is going to fit in. So I have, I think, down here on the desktop, or is it in, no, it's in the directory D. Yeah, okay. So this is the animation that this is going to be the end card for. Cry some more. And that's where this title card is going to go. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's not on the itinerary for tonight. However, I am. But that's but the last bit was rendering this out for the final shot. And I'm going to probably I'm probably going to say probably make the title card be Salt Fortress 2 or something. Because it's meant to be more of a reaction video. That's all it's supposed to be. But and how are you how are you, Grim? Appreciate you having here. Yeah, it's about done. I've already gotten everyone set up. Maw was the last one to do. And honestly, that Ebony Maw as medic, that works out way better than I expected. That's funny. but this is the last thing I was doing tonight, and I think I'm gonna sign off in a few. Tonight though, I will upload. I will upload this to my Twitter. I'm gonna make sure I tag, or either tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna upload this to Twitter and make sure I tag in everyone who's in this shot that I added in. It looks. I had so much fun with this project. You guys have no idea. And I want to say also before I take off, and I want to make sure I say this genuinely. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate also the input. I really do. It's been fabulous. Getting ideas from you guys has been really helpful in my creativity. Like Gundam, for example, will throw things out to me, and I'll take it, and you'll be like, you take it, and you take it to the next step, and I'm like, I appreciate that, and as I really do, and I really also appreciate you guys giving me ideas, because like honestly, I work great when someone like just throws something out there. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. I should do that. I should really do that. So I think actually Rainbow Squid Ink was the one that suggested I put my bandolier with salt shakers, and I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I gotta do that. That's really funny. And I sat down and I made this really uber detailed like salt shaker where that the salt shakers are a little bigger and look almost like glass. That was fun. But guys, I really had fun tonight. I hope you guys did too, because I genuinely had fun. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna put this up, like I said, on Twitter either tonight or tomorrow, and I'll make sure I won't put it up unless I tag everyone. I'll probably do it in the morning. I'm exhausted tonight, but thank you guys. I had fun. I want to do these more often because I enjoy showing off the stuff and